now. Yeah, I know the mic's not on. It's a joke. Good evening. Evening. How are you at home? This is my home in Berlin, beaming live across the internet. Oh, I forgot to put it on Ethernet, Cody One Kenobi. We might be in trouble. Oh, I forgot. I've done everything, but I forgot to put it on bloody Ethernet. So I don't know if we're going to be good enough. We'll see if it lasts or not on Wi-Fi. Otherwise, I'll have an Ethernet connection. Evening to you at home. This is my home in Berlin, beaming live to you for the very last time from this little studio in my spare room, where Cody One Kenobi sometimes sends me if I'm being a bit too naughty late at night. This is the last crapcast ever, but thank you for joining me. And I'll tell you what's coming up in the last crapcast. It's my teeth. I finally got the glue in Berlin, but it doesn't seem to hold as well as the stuff I had in Belgium. Hang on. Hello, crapcast. Yes, this is the final crapcast, but coming up this evening in this little, we'll be here for about 45 minutes for an hour, hopefully, or maybe a little bit less if you get bored. We're going to be doing coming up. I'm doing that now, Ray. Yeah, coming up. We're going to be having some chat. We're speaking to you at home, and we'll have some video calls if you want to call in for the last time. And also, we'll have a back in the day, a bit of nostalgia. And tonight we'll be talking about, funnily enough, it's already been mentioned in the chat room. We will be talking about the one and only Roy Cakes, exclusively on Crapcast. That's later. And we'll have Amazon books. No, don't look for it now, Cody. You don't need to look for it now. And we'll also have some Amazon books for you to try or for you to buy, because Cody One Kenobi has come up with some really good Amazon books for the late night winter viewing, winter reading. That's all much later. But right now, let's say hello to you at home. Over to you, Cody. Tell me where you're watching from as well, because I'd love to know that. Hello, Kirsten. Hello, Ray. Hello, Kirsten. Fabiola. Evening, Fabiola. No, that's too loud. Mark Mittman. Greetings from Denmark today. Mark's getting around. He's from Germany normally. He's up in Denmark, not too far from Berlin, where I am. Lovely. Hello, Mark. Keith Lewington. He's a mentor on this little crapcast. Thanks, Keith, for being there. Again, evening to you. And Cody's not... Daniel Fish. Moyen from Luxembourg. A tiny little place where I always thought it was very, very difficult to be someone from Luxembourg if you want to go into the Royal Air Force or whatever the equivalent is in Luxembourg. The same in Belgium. If you want to become a fighter jet pilot, you go up, don't you? Take off and you go up and you think, oh shit, we're already over Holland or Netherlands. By the time you got up, you're over some other country. Must be quite difficult, that. Kieran Anstall, hello again from Colchester. Hello, Kieran. Nice to have you with us. Natalie Mattisons from Antwerp. Hello, Natalie. An old friend from the old days when we were all much younger. Bettina Bach, hello from Frankfurt. So we've got Germany, Denmark, England. Where else have we got? Christopher Everson. We like Christopher Everson. He's our priest in our new community if it all goes wrong. He is the love priest. Hello, Ray, your Norwegian love priest. Hello from Munich. Claudia J. Hello, Claudia. Nice to have you with us. Pia Lumerick, hello again from Cologne, beautiful town, next to my favourite town in the world, Antwerp. Olaf, hello from Berlin. Hello, Olaf, good to have you with us. I hope you've got as good a view as me out my penthouse flat. Not bad, is it, out of my penthouse flat. Jan Rosgaard, hello from Horsens in Denmark. Hi, Jan. And Algemin Nut, greetings from the Netherlands. Greetings from the Netherlands, my dear boy, or girl, I don't know. Becky James, definitely a lady. Oi, oi, Ray, beaming in from Birmingham. She's a Birmingham lass. I can't do accents, but if I could, I would. Jacob Au, hello from Flensburg. Where's that? Cody One Kenobi in Germany? Got a beer, must be Germany. Hallo, Jakob, alles gut? Ja, danke, tschüss. Es tut mir leid. Entschuldigen. Anne-Marie McCarthy. Morning. Anne-Marie must be in a different time zone. I mean, I'm in a different planet zone, but Anne-Marie's... Oscar Gunnarsson, greetings from Iceland. Wow, I think that's the first time I've ever spoken to Iceland. Oscar, that's Cody One Kenobi, who's my assistant this evening. Sometimes she poses as my girlfriend, but tonight she's my assistant. That's her favourite place in the world, Iceland, isn't it, Cody One?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Dad, you want to go and see him, do you now, suddenly? Eh?
I might know him already.
You might know him already. All right. Daniel Kuhn from the Canary Islands. Wow, the Canary Islands. Daniel, that's a wonderful place to be. One of my best friends in the world, Tony from Tarifa. It's one of his favourite places, Lanzarote. He loves up there. Lots of windsurfing, kite surfing. Loves it. I must go there myself when I get some money. Peter Strugher. Hello from Ireland. The beautiful island of Ireland. Hello, Peter. Nice to have you and your family. Andreas Curtison are watching from home. All right, Andreas, smart ass. Yeah, all right. Well, hello to your home from my home. Danny Van Peschen from Tisselt in Belgium. Good to speak to my old Belgian friends. Belgium's amongst the most friendly people in the world. I had a wonderful time. CS in Denmark here. Evening, you legend. There's no need to be, rude, calling me a legend already, CS. I mean, it's early on. We haven't got any trolls yet. By the way, I had to go through all of the YouTube comments. Just pause them for a second, Cody. Quentin Gillink, greetings from Knokke in Belgium, which is the posh part of Belgium by the sea. Very posh place indeed. Beautiful. I had to go through the YouTube comments after the show the other day because there was one in a foreign language. I didn't understand what it was. I was just looking, to the comments to think, this is lovely, isn't it? People are being really wonderful. And there was this one comment in a foreign language which I didn't understand. And I translated it and it said, F you in the face. No, F you in the mouth. I thought, is that a compliment? Or do you fancy me? Or do you hate me? I don't know. It wasn't very clear. So I hid it just in case. A couple more, Cody, and then we'll go. Because we have to get on with the crapcast. It's the final one. Dave Amos, hello from Crowborough in East Sussex. Sussex, part of the most beautiful county in England. It's one of my favourite counties. Good to have you with us. Greg Bohr, hello from Dublin, originally from Budapest in Hungary. Good, making use of the Eurozone. Florian Becker, hey from Hamburg. Hello, Florian. And Hamburg, a lovely place until they stopped me coming to the Reeperbahn this year. Now I don't like it so much. Daniel Kuhn, well, I went too fast. Cody One Kenobi.
We had him already.
We had him already. You had him already, did you? Blimey. Okay. Lukasz Sidwowski, Jan Dobry from Warsaw in Poland. Please, I can't read the rest, Cody. It's under a black thing. Please at least leave the fax machine. We talked about that, Lucas. Why don't fax machines stay in fashion anymore? I don't know. A couple more, Cody? I love pecan beer. Tamara van der Laas, hello from Charlottenburg in Berlin. Neighbours, says Cody Kenobi. Yeah, we're in, where are we? In Wilmersdorf. Probably, that's a posh place, cost far too much money. Came here when the Miekendeckel was on and the rents were half price. Can't afford it now. Going to be out on the street soon. Joanna Krolak from Poland. Hello from Poland. Lovely to have you with us. And Mark Adams, evening from Wales. And I think we'll leave it there, Cody, for one Kenobi for the moment. Lovely to have you with me. Thank you very much. Can you just move the mouse up so I can see what's at the top? Yeah, brilliant. Hey, 220 viewers. That's the most we've ever had. Maybe there's split personality people watching. So, yes, double there. Well, you're all nuts as me. I mean, anyway. So this is the, let's get serious, shall we? What shall I do? Shall I put that on? No, that's not serious. This is the very last crapcast. Thank you very much for joining me and Cody Kenobi from our little home in Berlin. We've been doing this for a couple of years now. Started off on Instagram, just doing it during the pandemic because I thought, wow, I'm all alone. You're all alone. We're all stuck at home. Let's talk to you. Thanks to my friend Tim Brown in the UK. He told me, just get on air, Ray. Don't worry about the content like you always do. Getting it done is better than perfection. What is that phrase, Cody Kenobi, you always tell me? Done is better than perfect. Mm-hmm. That's what he say. I've never got to perfection. But then we've done it, then we did it. I did it on crapcast for a while. And now I've decided that's enough. Because although you're very lovely to be there, I did take a break for a few months. And the reason I took a break for a few months was simply because I thought, I'm doing games. I gave away a load of old MTV merchandise in the early days when you were not there. You should have been there in the early days, gave it all away. Apart from a couple of things, I think, which I might bring back. And then I thought I was doing games, talking to you at home and making up gags and stuff. And then I thought, nah, this is not good enough for you. It's just not good enough. And there are a few reasons why we're not going to do this anymore. And I like the fact that you've joined me for the last one. And it's very sad news, which is why I'm dressed in black today. Not only because black looks good on an older man. What are you looking for, Cody Kenobi?
Nothing.
Okay, right. So now, the reason that we're going to not do this anymore is because there's a few reasons, okay? This is never going to be sponsored by anybody, is it, if I call it Crapcast? A few of you have pointed out to me that sponsors are not going to sponsor something that's called Crapcast. I mean, we know it's funny. We know it's a bit funny. It's a bit giggly. It's something that alludes to the old days of MTV where it was crap, but we loved it. We did. We still do. And it still looks good after all these years, I'm happy to say, although I've no idea who the guy is presenting Most Wanted. No idea who that man is. Weird. Anyway, so yeah, Crapcast is not going to get sponsored. We need to get sponsored if I'm going to be able to pay the rent, because at the moment, times are tough, to be honest with you, and it's been difficult these last couple of years with no events happening, so I couldn't host events. Television. I left Belgium. I was doing Belgium's Got Talent, doing really well, and then was going to do a talk show, but then I left it for love, and then she left me, and then I ended up in Tarifa, which is a beautiful place, but I ended up with no work. And coming back into this business after you've been away for some time is quite difficult, because people who run television production companies or television stations, they say, who should we get to present this new show? I don't know. Who's on TV or who's on the radio? Get that person there. They don't look for people who are not there anymore. So it's difficult. So I just thought I better get, sponsored, really, if I'm going to make enough money to pay the rent. And by the way, I must say there's this new thing I've discovered on Facebook, which I don't really want to broadcast on anymore, just YouTube and maybe Twitch or something else. But I'm always ahead of my time, Well, I was back when I was on MTV, and now I'm not so much, a little behind the curve. But anyway, thank you very much if I've discovered this new thing on Facebook, on my official page, where you can send me stars. I had no idea what that was. And then a few of you, I think Chantal Bertwistel and Lord Melis sent me some, and Lukasz, the man who keeps the flame burning from Poland, he sent me some. There's like 900 stars, and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. So at the moment, I've got 10 euros to go and spend on a bottle of wine. So that's very nice of you. So thanks for sending me stars. Really do appreciate it. Times are tough at the moment, but I get a lot of love and a lot of good energy from doing this, speaking to you, because it's a two-way street. So that's why we're not. Cody's and her special effects this evening. That's why we do it, to spread the love across Europe in these times of polarization and division, and people concentrating on one thing that they've got an opinion about, and you're not allowed to have a different opinion about it, otherwise you're cancelled. All the culture wars and all of that stuff. So it's very difficult at the moment. So we're here just to spread some love. But I'll tell you about that in a minute. Our manifesto is spread the love. But don't let me bore you with the details. Here's my sadly past and no longer with us, but still present in our hearts, friend Bernie, with his take on spread the love.
Spread the love. Spread the love. Spread the love. Spread the love. Spread the love. Spread the love. Spread the love.
I heard a knock on the door. Must be my girlfriend. The microphone wasn't on. There we go. That's the only reason we exist, really, to spread the love and to have a laugh, mostly at me. But to join this community of wonderful people. And there are a big bunch of wonderful people who get involved in this crapcast. And if you'd like to go and see them or talk to them after the crapcast has ended, because it does end this evening, you can just go on Facebook. I know lots of people don't like Facebook anymore, but go on Facebook and there's this club. Have you got it ready yet, Cody? There we go. The Ray Cokes Crapcast Community, which currently has 625 members. If you just ask to become a member, Yvonne Danger, who is the president and vice of the club, she'll let you in. Or maybe she won't. She's pretty tough, you know, Yvonne Danger. She didn't even let me in at one point. That's another story altogether. Anyway, so they're on Facebook, and the great thing is that these people are just lovely, amazing people, wonderful, and you may well be one of them yourself. So thank you for being in the community, and together we can grow stronger and spread the love. Right, back to me, Cody. No. Why are we doing this? We're doing it because we're spreading the love, and we're doing it because Cody, you're getting quite good at this switching camera thing now, aren't you? You've only got one camera to switch anyway. So the reason I'm not going to do it anymore is because it's called Crapcast, and we're not going to get sponsored by Crapcast, and I probably won't get any guests on Crapcast. And I also thought that this has gone on long enough. We've done this, we've interacted, we've had social intercourse together, and I've loved every minute of it, and you've been so supportive, but I think now it's time to end it. But of course, I only did that as clickbait to get you in tonight, because this is not the end, my friend. This is the beginning of the end, end of a beginning and a new beginning coming your way soon. What I've decided with my mate John Sherwood, who's probably here this evening with us, is that we're going to do something different. Well, I mean, I shouldn't sell it too much, but we're going to do something new, okay? It might be next week and it might be the week after. And in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and press the like button and do the little bell notification thing so that you can know when I'm on. Because we're going to do it on a Monday evening. We're going to do something new. It's going to be more formatted, like old school. I know everyone does TikTok 30 seconds things these days, but I want to do some old school content, so hopefully we'll try and have a guest or something. I'll be talking to you at home still, of course. We'll do things to watch on Netflix, stuff like that. I'm just going to build a bit more of a packed hour. So it's rather than me and my verbal diarrhea and you wondering what the hell you've come here for, then we'll have a reason to get together because it will be a proper little show. Let's see what the chat room thinks about that statement. Cody One Kenobi. Then we'll get on to something else. Coming up is Roy Cakes in a minute. Sari Saloma says, oh my God. Oh, it's going too fast, is it? Sari Saloma. Irene Vinia. Hello, Irene. All right. So you're all right. You're with it. We're going to do something new. And it's going to involve you, of course. What's wrong with you, Cody?
Nothing.
She keeps looking at me in a funny way, and I don't know what it means. We'll do something new and, something more of a format, maybe a guest. And I'd also like to feature some music, because I'm a music man, even at my age. I mean, I still love music and I listen to music, so I'll make a Spotify playlist every week for you and stuff like that. And if you're in a band or if you know of a band that needs some exposure, then get them to write into me because I'd like to put your band on a video. Of course, I'd like to play loads of music, but I don't have the licensing, so I'm not allowed to. But if you're a new band and you need some exposure, or you know someone who's in a band, even if it's just some audio, preferably with a video, then get it in to me. Here's the email address. We'll go back to this chat in a second. Here's the email address if you want to send in some music or your music, hometoray@gmail.com, and I can feature you on this little show. Well, we're going to have a new name. It won't have the view from my penthouse anymore. John said it's time to go back old school and to have a little wall or something with some, photos of topless men on it. Something like that. We'll do that soon. All right, hometoray@gmail.com. And if you've got ideas if you want to see on the new show, then I am here for you. Your input is my output. So just write to me, hometoray@gmail.com, and tell me what you'd like to see. And there's no point in writing in and saying you'd not like to see any more of me, because, save your hate for another day. That's it's easy to do that. Just don't bother. hometoray@gmail.com. If you're a band, you've got some music you want to sell, if you want to play some guitar, you want to go in your living room and put your band together, I'd love to do that. So I'll do that. I'll do what I'm watching, what I'm reading, what I'm looking at. I'll maybe do some fun stuff. I don't know. John and I are going to meet about it over the next few days, and we will tell you as soon as we know. So maybe next Monday or the Monday after, we'll be back with that. What do they think in the chat room, Cody? Anything? Are we still viewing Views of the Day, says Suzanne. Not at the moment, but we can do if you want. I liked it when it was the summertime when we could get out and about, but yeah. Why has the music stopped? Oh, I'm still talking to you at home. Henna Salmonen, so happy that this continues. Well, it does, Henna, but in a new way. Hopefully in a new, better way, because so I can get more subscribers. Lukasz, who's the man in Poland who keeps the flame alight. This is just an awesome idea. We loved you for that, and we always will. Thank you, Lukasz. You've been lovely. A Google user. Oh, a Google user is back. We have to be careful what we say, because the Google user is hiding behind a VPN and a firewall, and we've no idea how to trace a Google user, and we don't want to, but he seems to be, he or she or they, tend to be amusing themselves. Thomas Frohn, wall. He's a bit weird, Thomas Frohn, I think.
No, you said
wall.
Old school, a wall.
A wall. Oh yes, Thomas. Sorry, I thought you were just going to say wall, like an abstract thing to say at someone. Wall. Okay. Irena, she said, can you put a more colourful shirt on now we're not sad anymore? Well, no, because I'll have to go into the bedroom. And if I go into the bedroom and Cody Kenobi comes with me, we might not come back for the programme. So it's like, a bit difficult, isn't it, Cody? Yeah. She's a bit of a, Kiriaki, otherwise known as Kiki to us people. She's lovely. She says, I almost fainted till you said that something new is coming. Kiriaki, as one door closes, another door opens. And as my friend used to say, what the bloody hell do you expect them to do? They're doors. Of course they close and open. Okay, we're just trying to be a bit, philosophical. Johnny99, let's get the band together. Yeah, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? I can still play a bit. Thomas Bolter, great news. Tears have dried. That's really lovely of you. Sorry to do the clickbait and to get you in to say that this is the last one and I'm going forever. What would I be without you? I need to do this. I get great energy. You give me great love, and it's wonderful to be able to do it to you. Do it with you from my home. Because in the old days on MTV, you'd have to have €5 million, 400 assistants and technical people, and now I've got a camera, a few lights, and an internet connection. Oh, and a girlfriend, and you could do it. Phil, nude club bed. Now, Phil 19852010. What's your number, sir? 19852010, sir. Yes, right, what is your point? Nude club bed? Yes, good idea. I do want to do a late night show on a Saturday evening or something. I've been threatening that for a long time. But then Cody Kenobi said that no one wants to see a 75-year-old man nude. So we can't do it anymore, Phil, I'm afraid. I was going to do it,
I didn't say that.
Be quiet. I'm the boss at the moment. Thanks very much. This is the only time I get to be the boss in this relationship. All right, a couple more. Jan Jorn Tora Olsen sounds great. Ray is here to stay. All right, that's enough. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. So something new is coming your way. Hopefully it won't be too serious. It's still going to be with me, so there'll still be an element of crap to it. But the idea is to get someone to give us a little bit of money so we can keep doing this. And if I get it sponsored, if I call it, the Ray Cokes Very Serious Online Internet Program, might get, sponsored. But if you call it CrapCast, it's not going to get sponsored, is it? All right. Now, one more? All right. Kiki, naked cooking. Instead of underwear everywhere, it could be lettuce everywhere. I've no idea what she means. Do you know what lettuce is in English? How does Kiki know that? It's the woman's bits.
No.
Don't ask me why. I think it looks like a lettuce or something, Cody. It's called Washing the Lettuce or something. I've no idea. Kiki, stop bringing up these naughty things. It's far too early and this is not the late night show. Kiki, you've made Cody One Kenobi laugh. All right, let's stop that, Cody. And then it's time now to look back. This is going to be a new item in the new. I can't call it a show because this is not a show, is it? It's just me talking a load of rubbish. I mean, I see people on YouTube and on TikTok doing much worse than this, and they've got 500,000 subscribers. So I don't know how they do it. So please subscribe to YouTube, because if you do subscribe, then I can also make €5 a month from that, and then I can buy a better shirt, and I can also go and and get bands on and things. So subscribe and press the like button, and don't forget to press the bell thing, so that you're notified when I'm on. I made that little graphic myself. Can you notice? It's pretty crap. Well, I made it myself. I'm quite proud of that, I didn't pay for any money for it at all. All right, here we go. This is something that's going to last. I think John the dictator doesn't really like it. He says, no, you shouldn't do this, Ray. It's looking back. I'm not a man for nostalgia. I don't like nostalgia. I think it's for really old people. I know I'm really quite old, but it's for really old people. And you're looking, because you can't be creative and be free if you're still looking back at your past and what you did. You need to be in the present moment, pushing forward. So, but I thought this is such a good thing. It worked last week when I showed you a little bit of old Most Wanted from MTV, which is where, of course, I'm known for. Even though I've worked in French TV and Belgian TV, Most Wanted will always be the one I'll be remembered for. When I've gone, people will be saying, I used to watch that show when I was a teenager and he was so lovely. Sorry. Never get this crap sponsored if I don't get more serious. Good evening, here is the news. No, you don't want the news. There's nothing good on the news to watch anymore. Anyway, so what were we saying, Cody One Kenobi? I've got dementia. I've lost my way. Something about... Nostalgia. Yeah, nostalgia. Thanks very much. Nostalgia. Do you have to sit over there? I got my profile on all of the time. Horrible. Nostalgia. Last week I showed you some old Most Wanted stuff and you wanted more. So this is going to be a regular occurring theme in the new program, which is coming soon in a couple of weeks' time at the most. It's called Back in the Day. Back in the day. Yes, back in the day when I was on MTV. I'm not going to show you any French TV or any Belgian TV. I might show you some Belgian TV. There's some good stuff on that Belgian TV. But anyway, the thing you're interested in is MTV. So what I thought I'd do is we're going to try and do this. Can I have the mouse back, Cody One Kenobi? Thank you very much. I'm going to try and do this so that I can tell you what was going on. You mentioned earlier on this man. Can you put him on, Cody? You mentioned earlier on this man. Someone mentioned in the chat room, where is... You can't find it?
I can't without the mouse.
Oh, you can't without the mouse. I'll find it. I'll put it on. Where is Roy Cakes? Here he is. There's Roy Cakes. Cody likes him a lot. Now, Roy Cakes came into existence because there is a reason for everything. There's a reason we're here. Although we stopped asking that years ago, and we'd rather say, why don't you agree with me? Rather than, what are we doing here? And what's it all about? What do you think about that? I don't hate you. No, well, what are we doing here? Oh, we don't want to bother with those stupid questions. I want to know what you think about gender stuff. Well, I want to know what we're doing. So there's a reason for everything, right? And there's no such thing as coincidences in my mind. Roy Cakes was invented. It's not me. It's actually, well, it is me. People did think it wasn't me, but it is me, and it was invented because back in the day, MTV used to turn up at the Cannes Film Festival, and we had budgets in those days, budgets to get castles in the hills, borrow Ducati motorcycles, Yamaha motorcycles, new bikes that hadn't even been out on the market yet, and we drove them around, and basically we tried to do everything we could. We shooting MTV at the movies and the Big Picture with my great colleague John Dunton Downer and Justin Murphy and all of the crew and Simon the cameraman. Brilliant times, but we went there and we were not taken seriously at all. I don't know why. No idea why. But we used to turn up, the young lads as we were then, in rock and roll gear, and just say, can we have an interview with Arnold Schwarzenegger? No, you're MTV. What's that got to do with films? Well, we're doing this show, MTV at the movies. And they didn't take us seriously. And they just didn't want us to do anything. The movie industry is very like, oh, yes, of course, Mr. Bruce Willis. Yes, I like Bruce. No, who don't I like? Yes, of course, Mel Gibson, I'll kiss your ass whilst I'm thinking, I hate you. And all of these press people hang around at the junkets where you get to interview a star for like 5 minutes. It's really awful. You have to sit down in the chair. I'll show you one that I did with David Bowie sometime later in the new program. Anyway, you sit there with 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes. You can ask them the same questions that everyone else been asking them, and they're horrible. And we couldn't even get into them because we were not like credible enough. We became credible as we did it a few more times, but Roy Cakes was invented because we couldn't get any stars ourselves. So we thought, well, why don't we invent one then? What do you mean? So we all sat around in the villa, had some cans of bis and a few beers, and we thought, let's make our own movie star, right? Ray, you do it. Why me? Why can't someone else do it? Well, because you're the star of the show, and it'd be funny. Okay, well, so we made this guy up, Roy Cakes, got him dressed up he was sort of, what was that old program called? I can't remember now because I do forget a lot of things these days, but there was an old program like The Saint on in the UK. I can't remember what the name of the guy was now, but it was one of those old shows like Magnum PI and things like that. And we thought, let's give him a big moustache, big hairy chest, and some medallions, and make him look a bit macho and a bit out of touch with the modern times. Does that sound familiar to you at all? No? Just me then. All right. Yeah, so he's out of touch, but he's been away, you see, for 20, 30 years. That's another idea I've got. He's been away for 20 or 30 years, and he used to be a massive film star. That's the story. That's the backstory we're giving him. And so we gave him a backstory that he was a massive film star, and he's coming back, and he's exclusively, as you can see on that little poster there, only back on MTV. So what we did was we took him to Cannes. I basically, one of the greatest things we did with this, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more later, but one of the greatest things we did with him was we had to get him to the Cannes Film Festival, to the premiere, to the opening ceremony. But of course we had none of the official badges or anything because we weren't taken seriously. We could film in the town, but we couldn't have any interviews with the stars. So basically, we turned up at the opening of the Cannes Film Festival that year, and we were in a van. We couldn't do this anymore. He'd probably get shot or arrested or something. We were in a van. I did a link. Hello, here we are. This is Ray Cokes at the Cannes Film Festival, and we're here. This is Ray Cokes at the Cannes Film Festival, and we're here to see Roy Cakes, the legend who's returned this year. And no one, of course, in the viewers were in with the joke because they didn't know who Roy Cakes was either. Well, they probably realised it's something to do with the name, Roy Cakes. So anyway, then we got changed in the van after I did my link to camera, the opening segment. I've jumped in the van, put the Roy Cakes outfit on that you can see in there, and jumped out and had to go up the stairs, right? Up the stairs where the red carpet was, opening night. We had no badges. So we forced our way to the front of the crowd and past all of the gendarmes and the local police. And we got up to and there was the security guards. In Cannes, they're beautifully dressed, really good-looking men in sharp black suits, black shirt, really sharp people. And they could probably, karate chop you in 2 seconds. And they probably got guns under their underwear or something. Well, it looked like it did to me anyway. So I went there and we go, hello, yes, sir, we're just coming through. I was dressed as Roy Cakes, remember? There was the crew behind me. Just coming through, and the guy said, arrête! Non, vous avez pas les passes. Mais c'est quoi ça? And he said, you haven't got the passes, you can't come in. And then he looked at the pass that I had on, because I had on my Ray Cokes MTV pass. That's all I had. And just a press pass, not to get into the gigs. And then he looked at me and he said, ah oui, je vous connais. I know you. Ah, it was at Le Fou de MTV. You're the crazy guy on MTV. Allez, vas-y, go, fais ton truc. So he said, go on, just do it. So he let me in. I walked into this, I got on the stairs, and of course, there was about 10 MTV people working there, and they were shooting Roy Cakes walking up the stairs, and none of the paparazzi had any idea who this guy was. So we basically started shouting out, Roy! And of course, no paparazzi worth their money is going to miss an opportunity. They've no idea who Roy is, but suddenly there's these people going, Roy! So they all go, Roy! And all these photographers going, the paparazzi going nuts everywhere, Roy. And then I walked up the stairs, and the director, Justin Murphy, he's a mad Australian bloke, very mad, and a crazy guy, good guy, but totally nuts in the head when he comes to shooting live stuff. And he said, I'll bet you 50 quid, mate, £50, if you fall over on the stairs on the way up. I said, no, I can't do that. It's hard enough doing this. And he said, 50 quid, mate, 50 quid. So, of course, I went upstairs, fell over halfway through. And then you could hear the crowd going, oh, someone's fallen over, horrible. And I continued up to the top, and there it was when two big security guards came in and said, "Well, Saba, ça suffit maintenant, you've had your fun." And they took me out the back door and threw me into the back passage. The back passage keeps coming up again. Came up like, "Will you leave my back passage alone?" No, Cameron wasn't like that sort of focusing. Anyway, the end of the story is they threw me into the back passage. I wandered around the corridors, a labyrinth of the Cannes place where the festival's held, and I met Justin coming toward me. We just gave each other big hugs, and we said, "Well done, mate." And that was not, unfortunately, in this next clip you're about to see, but I thought I'd give me a little break from verbal diarrhea and give you a look at some of the stuff we did with Roy Cakes back in the day. This just in from the Cannes Film Festival. 70s superstar Roy Cakes stuns the movie world with a surprise appearance at MTV's Beachfront Bash. Seen here accompanied by the lovely Rosanna Arquette, Roy bravely donates his favourite flares to the Hard Rock Cafe.
Lovely of you all to come here this evening and see us, too. Lovely of you to be here.
Now we can all enjoy Roy's trousers over a hamburger.
I'm very happy to see that he's back on form, but I was a little disappointed. What I miss is the subtlety of some of his earlier performances.
We actually got the stars to say, I've just eaten a sweet, I forgot them on camera. We actually got the stars to say hello and to join in and made it much better. And now you can see this is me outside Roy Cakes' villa. That's me going up the steps. And falling over. Told you. You join us now on the outskirts of his villa, on the outskirts of Cannes, where he's residing during the festival. And we're going to get an exclusive interview for you, no matter what happens. Okay, boys?
Yep.
We're ready. Let's go in after the count of three. Whatever happens, stick together. 3, 2, 1. But how can we film Roy Cakes if Ray Cokes is doing the art? It was my brother by the pool. Looks just like me. Let's have a look out. And thanks, James. Yeah, you based it on Peter Wingard. He was Jason King. Brilliant. We'll go in and surprise Roy Cakes. Desperate measures are called for at this time. Come on, Simon. Oh, lost my glasses in the tree. Hope I haven't ruined them. I got them in LA. They're really expensive. Yeah, they were hugely expensive. Now, here we go. Approach the villa with our cameraman and sound man in on the joke. And my brother is doubling for me by the pool. Brilliant. It's the pool area. Keep it quiet. There's a pool with a few security guards. Nothing's happening. There he is. It's my brother. Have a look. Zoom in. These may be the only pictures shown of Roy Cakes reclining. Right, you've got a good picture there, son. Now, I've got a better body than my brother, but he looks like me. Money. Down. You think he saw us? Okay, let's just go for it. What the hell? You only live once. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger says.
Remember, you can do anything you want.
Roy Cakes! Roy Cakes, empty. God, look out!
My mouth would fall in awe of Roy. He could move. He moved his body very well.
This is a little film that we shot, Fashion Killers.
He was a Shakespearean actor. But you know how this business is. Without Roy Cakes, we wouldn't be what we are today.
Sexy? He's definitely sexy.
That was my wife at the time, Melanie, dressed all slinky.
Then we've had hot dinners.
James, give me a drink, would you? Pip Dan on MTV agreed to do an exclusive interview. This was fun.
Mr. Cakes, you've been a recluse for 20 years. You've been off our screens. Why come back now?
Pip played her part brilliantly.
My pal Roy Cakes. And this is
Brilliant
my photo
Sam
of
Neill.
Roy. I take it everywhere, that's why it's a little bit wrinkled.
When I knew him, he was very confused about whether he was a man or a woman.
One of my favourite film directors,
And,
Mike Lee.
I think a lot of us guys were rather pressured by him because when he thought he was a woman, he wanted to know us more than we really wanted to know him.
Hello? Who's this? Fancy some fisticuffs, eh? What? I did actually have fighting lessons and choreography for these scenes.
I saw the Fashion Killers here at Cannes, and it was sort of silly, don't you think?
I knew I was in hot water when, after serious probing, nothing came up. She was hiding more than she was revealing. I needed to get a closer look. As she wandered over, I wondered whether I'd ever crack the fashion killer case. Indeed, up close, it looked like a bumpy ride.
Politically incorrect script ahead.
What happened next took me completely off guard. Banana-flavour French tickler lubricated condoms? Frankly, I'd hoped she'd uncover the killer, not require a cover for my driller.
It was the 90s. That was the cameraman's...
Little did I know,
Triumph
as
Spider.
I set off into the dark night in search of suitable attire for the occasion, Victoria was already ordering room service.
Roy.
Back to me, Cody. We couldn't afford any more. We only had a little bit of budget, so that's all the movie we shot, just driving off and in the hotel room. It was great fun, though. Roy Cakes, hope you enjoyed that little look back in the day with Ray. Great fun. Roy Cakes, we had a good laugh with him, and he is, if you read my book, which I've got somewhere, you know that he is now actually retired and living in Thailand, where he stars. I can't talk about it on camera because it's a bit too rude, what I wrote in my book. Anyway, he's now in Thailand, where he's having a very happy time. Me love you a long time. Yes. One of the funniest things about Roy Cakes, well, he was actually just great doing it, and all of those things, and Rosanna Arquette and all of the stars at the time actually agreeing to get involved with us was brilliant. But one of the funniest things was we were so proud of what we were doing and so happy that this is the final thing I'll tell you about it. We were sitting at a cafe, you know, in the beautiful, by the Mediterranean on the beach in Cannes, and we decided to do some publicity for Roy Cakes. So we didn't have much budget because that was what made Most Wanted and all that we did on MTV, I think, better than if we'd had loads of money, because you had to do everything with no money. So you just get favours, and you know, people would work harder because of it. It was great. Creativity doesn't need to be lots of money pumped in. So we had no money at all, but we did have enough money in the budget left to pay for one of those aeroplanes, you know, that whiz around in the sky. When you go to some things, there's always one of the trailing, I don't know what they're called, but they're trailing those banners, and it says something, you know, come join us at Butlins this year, or whatever it is. And this one we paid enough for the guy to do one tour of Cannes in his little aeroplane, in his single propeller aeroplane, and on the back was a banner saying Roy Cakes is back only on MTV. And we were sitting having lunch. I remember it. We were going, oh my, look, there it is. Roy Cakes, brilliant. And we had the plane and everyone was looking up. What's that? Oh, Roy Cakes is back. Who's that? And he's on MTV. Must have worked the publicity. And we were so happy and so proud, drinking the lovely Côte de Provence rosé wine. And then we thought, wow, that's, you know, brilliant. That guy went round once. And this is no word of a lie. We were there for about 3 hours. In those days, you used to have long lunches. And the plane kept coming back round and round and round. We got, not again, it's too much now. People were going, oh, God, I'm sick of seeing that. Roy Cakes is back on MTV. And it turns out that it went around, I don't know how many times, for hours, all of the afternoon, basically. We were going to another interview, and we still see it going round and round in the sky. And what happened was that the pilot of the plane was such a fan of Most Wanted and of MTV that he decided to keep flying the plane until there was no petrol left at all, or just enough to land. So we paid him for one circuit, you know, for an hour or half an hour, and he just decided to keep going until all of the petrol ran out. That's how good it was in those days. A kinder, gentler time, I think. We look back on those days as perhaps a kinder, gentler time. I think it was. Let's have a look in the chat room, see what people are saying before we go to the next item on the agenda. So I'm getting a bit excited now. Liana says, oh, with a heart. Thank you, Liana. Oliver Corn, that was the time. Still funny. Good. It's supposed to be a laugh, isn't it, Oliver? That's what it's supposed to be, really. I think it's a bit too loud, the music, yeah. You'll always be Roy Cakes to me, Dr. Goat Boy. That reminds me of a story. Do you remember that story? Cody One Kenobi doesn't know it. There was a time in London, Dr. Goatboy. This is a terrible story. I probably shouldn't tell it, really. Should I tell it, Cody, or not?
I'm not sure, but it's the last one, isn't it?
It's the last crapcast, so we can't get banned or anything, can we? And we can't get sponsored anyway, so it's the last one. Yeah, Dr. Goatboy, remind me of that story when there was a big storm in the UK. Hang on, my things. Would you like to format? No, thanks. There was a big storm in the UK, and this is a true story. And there was a train full of commuters, and the train had stopped just outside London or something like that in some loads of fields everywhere. And the train had stopped, I don't know, to let another train come or something. There was a big wind, and it blew down this big metal fence. And all of the commuters were standing there looking out the window, and behind the fence was a man and a goat. And they were not reading the newspaper, I can tell you that. And I think it ended up in the newspaper. Man with goat. I think it ended up on the front page of the Sun or something. It was funny for us, not funny for him, certainly not funny for the goat. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Goatboy, for reminding me of that. Quick, get him off the screen, Cody. I keep thinking of the goat all of the time. Get him off. Oliver. Thank you, Oliver. Where is your Oscar? Yeah, I was never invited to the Oscars, although I did, actually, back in the day, when I was working on French TV, Oliver, I was working on this show called Cult, which was a brilliant show, I thought. I wrote it with another guy called Dominic Delport. He's a brilliant man. He's now one of the most richest men in the world, I think. Anyway, I wrote it with him on French TV, and we were bringing all of the kids in from the banlieue, all the young people from the banlieue. You know, all of the black guys, the Moroccan guys, the Algerian guys who never get on television in France, because France is a very, let's just say, conservative place to be, and they would never get. So I had them on my show, and all of the people who invented parkour, running all over the building and things, and I had all of the rappers, all of the gangster rappers from Paris and the outskirts, just before the riots happened, actually. I had them all on the show. It was brilliant, and graffiti artists and dancers and DJs and the parkour guys. It was just really wonderful to have them all in, and they trusted me because I was from MTV, and they go on mainstream television. They're put on, you know, a little corner. So you are the black people from the banlieue, are you? Comment ça va? And they were our show, basically, and it was a really good show and really well received. And I actually, Oscar won an Emmy for that show, and I went on stage. Remember, it was in Cannes once again, and I won an Emmy for that show and for the team, and went on, got the Emmy, and said, "Thanks very much for this Emmy. You know, the show's been cancelled 3 months ago, but thanks for the Emmy anyway." Because the old lady who ran France Télévisions at the time, she said, "Who are all these disgusting people in my building and running over my building, and get them off?" So that's, you know, anyway, it's funny old business. "Wasn't me," says Dr. Goatboy. Yes, Dr. Goatboy, we don't believe you. Why would you call yourself that, eh? Because you had 10 minutes of fame all those years ago in the field, off the train. Get him off, Cody. Goats, CX. Fabiola Horvath says, "Oh my God, poor goat." I know. I mean, he's terrible. But
Oh my God.
Pardon?
Oh my God.
Oh my goat, someone says. Yes, oh my G. So every time you see OMG now, even in Berlin, you hear the young people going, "Oh my God." It's like, God, we don't actually say that in real life. Anyway, any other comments? And then we should have a quick thing. Cody One Kenobi, not that sort of thing. Oliver Reinhold said, "That's great. Lovely to have you with us on this very final crapcast. We should be finishing soon in about 5 minutes, so I better get on with it. I've had too much verbal diarrhea." Henna Salmonen, you'll be featuring later in the programme, Henna, so stay tuned for that. And Jan Tora Olsen, "Roy Cakes for president." Well, could do a better job than Liz Truss or anyone else we've got. Or what's that? Not Lana Del Rey. Who's that woman who runs the European Commission, Cody One Kenobi? Not Lana Del Rey. She's brilliant. Who is it?
Ursula von der Leyen.
Yeah, Ursula von der Leyen. Well, you know, I'm just going to... You know, did you see the news today that Russia have been bombing Kiev and all these other cities and children's playgrounds and things and missiles? I mean, what the hell's going on? I don't want to get into geopolitics because that's not... Leave politics and religion at the door if you want to get on with people, I think. But we can have a discussion about it, and this is just a one-sided discussion, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But surely someone... Even though you know there's a history with Ukraine and Russia, you know all of this thing, you know there's a lot going on that we don't know about, there's a lot going on with NATO. Surely Ursula von der bloody useless Leyen or someone like that can go and have a word with Putin. Hey, stop it. Just stop it. Can we talk? Why is no one going to talk to him? I thought President Macron was his mate until I saw him on that great big table. I just don't understand why all of these elected officials across the world are just warmongers. I was saying to Cody one Kenobi the other day, where I sat in front of my television, and what was it, Cody? Within 5 minutes, they said, oh, the war, the COVID's coming back. COVID's coming back big time. I suggest you go and get your boosters. COVID's coming back. And then we've got something else. What was it? COVID, there was 3 things. Can you remember? No, you can't remember. You never listen to what I say because I have verbal diarrhea. Anyway, it was the news, and they were going, "Oh God, they're making us fear COVID now." Okay. Oh yeah, thank you. And then there is probably going to be. We are preparing for blackouts across Europe because of the energy crisis. There probably won't be any, but we're preparing for it. Another thing to make you scared. And then the final cherry on the cake was, oh, by the way, Russia said they might use nuclear weapons in a minute. Oh God, I just turned it off. I said, don't make me terrified about everything. I want to sit here and enjoy the love from the Crapcast Club. Back to the chat room quickly, Cody, please, if you wouldn't mind. No, maybe we shouldn't do that. Yeah, we'll do that quickly. No, we won't do that now. We need to get on with things. Cody, when you should go, we've got balls again. Adrie van der Wittenborg, can you put him on, please? Because Adrie's been there since the MTV days in the Netherlands. Hello, Adrie. Good to have you back. Chris Sharma, likewise. Hope you're well. Nice to meet here. Chris Sharma is also a regular. Are you a regular? If not, eat nuts and bananas and roughage. And in no time, you'll be regular like me. Twice a day. Thank you. Just doing my health bit, don't want to scare you, but if you're irregular, it's not a good idea. All right, now, thanks, Cody. Thanks very much. That's the end of the Crapcast, I think. This is the final Crapcast. If you've just tuned in, run the mouse up, Cody. Are we still losing people at the rate of 10 a second or not? No, we've got more viewers than we've ever had. Thank you very much for joining us this evening for the very final Crapcast. Probably you've just turned up to think, what was that all about then? Oh, nothing. I won't bother again. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed to... Hello, Cody?
Sorry.
She's looking at the screen and going, am I really with that old guy on the screen there? I don't know what I'm doing. She's much younger than me, She's... How old are you? 20. 21. Terrible. Please subscribe and press the notifications buttons. Press the notification button and like if you like it. And just please do subscribe to the YouTube channel because it helps if we can build. Then I can get Robert Smith to say yes, because I did try to get him on the show, but it's he's busy on tour at the moment, Robert Smith with The Cure, of course. And I know a few of you have written to me and actually talked about The Cure. And they're in Berlin next week. And now I never do this with people I know, and you know that I know Robert quite well, and I've got his email and we talk quite regularly, but I don't want to ask him for a free ticket. I just can't do that. I don't like it. I don't want to be a freeloader. How do people afford to go to gigs? How did that pen get there? It's magic. How do people afford to go to gigs these days? I just checked out the Cure tickets the other day. €210 to go to the O2 Arena to sit in some bloody VIP area. I want to stand down the front or a bit back and jump up and down for €60. €210? How do people do it? I've no idea how people do concerts these days. So expensive. Placebo was here the other day. They were €90 as well. I mean, God, right. Okay. Now, the Crapcast is ending. Do we need a dance, Cody? What's the before we go? Do we need a dance? Ask in the chat room. Are you having an affair with someone in the chat room?
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
You're doing the hand signal. I know what that means in German. Ja, alles klar. Ich will kommen in Sie home, in Sie Zimmer. Ja, también. That's Spanish. All right. Right. Come on, Cody, what are we doing now? I've forgotten what we're doing now. We'll lose viewers if we don't do something. We're going to do something. Oh, yeah, we've done the subscribe. Yes. Okay, we'll do that. Did we need a dance? I don't know. Oh, Lucas has gone nuts now. He's seen your hand. This needs love. Will tear us apart. Adrie van der Wittenborg. Thank you, love. Now, Cody's gone off. Since she's fallen in love with someone in the chat room and she's waving her hand at everybody, she's lost her concentration. So we're on our own, folks, now. So God knows what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. Before we go, I was going to ask for a dance, but do you want a dance, thumbs up or not? Do we need to dance and let off the pressure of people of the world at the moment? Do we need to dance together or do we need to make love together in Kiki's house in Greece? I don't know. Sorry? Kiki's not available for that? Fine. Sorry, just my imagination. Germans don't seem to like it when I ask that. Andreas, I don't know what he said. Oh, someone did a crap. Cody's gone. She's looking at the chat room and she's like, I don't know what to put on. I'm in love with that guy who put his hand up. All right, let's do a crap dance. So if you're at home, well, you might be at home, you'll be in someone else's home. Or you should basically get up out of your seat, look at the screen. If you're holding your phone, do it with me. Let's just set that. Oh, I haven't got any underwear on. Is that all right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, let's do a dance, okay? This is the time to let off some steam, and it's the last time we're going to do it, the last time ever for the crap dance. So now is your chance. Don't let the life pass you by. Don't let things happen without you. Let's get ready to dance. Hello, not out of breath at all. I hope you enjoyed that at home. I hope you had a dance at home because that was very good. That mic looked good, like your codpiece. Yeah, John, best codpiece I've ever had, my microphone. I use it a lot. Right, well, I hope you've been let off some steam because it's a bloody difficult world we're all living in at the moment, isn't it? With the energy crisis, which did you know is not even a crisis, really? Apparently it's based on something called futures, which is Oh, it's the hedge funds people. It's the people with the money and the elite who are making it all go weird. Well, stay strong together. And I'm becoming like Russell Brand. Hello, you 1.1, you 110 awakening wonders. Stay free. I do like Russell, but he's getting a bit much recently. Anyway. Oh, sorry, Cody. Did I hit you with that? Sorry. Right. Now, what's going to happen when CrapCast, thank you for joining in at home if you did with the CrapCast dance. It's the final one today. It's the very final CrapCast ever. Because nobody wanted to sponsor something called CrapCast. That's what I'm telling myself. It might be they don't want to sponsor some old bloke who used to be on MTV. I'm not sure. No, it's because we're calling it CrapCast. Wait till I call it Ray Koch's spectacular comeback show on the internet, online, live from Berlin. Then they'll sponsor that. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Press the subscribe button on YouTube. It would really help out a lot. The more we build, then the more I can bring you. You see? Now, what's going to happen? It's very nice of you to ask. Is this the zoom in, Cody, or not? I'm not sure what it is. Ah, thank you. What am I going to do with all of these lonely nights without you? What am I going to do when CrapCast is gone? Well, I was crying the other morning when I realised that this was the last one. Cody Kenobi came to comfort me and she said, what's wrong? And I said, well, CrapCast is done and I don't know what I'm going to do with my time on a Monday evening. And she said, well, don't worry. I've got something creative that you can do. She went on Amazon. It's very nice of her. She said, come with me. I'll show you on my computer. I've got some brilliant colouring books. Colouring books, Cody? Well, yes, it's a big tradition in Germany. We have colouring books, but not the sort of colouring books you might think of. Right. I said, well, I'll give it a go. I'll try anything once, Cody. You know, you have to be open-minded. So here we go. This is what Cody found for me. Real stuff on Amazon that you can buy, colouring books. You know those things you colour in, right? No, have you got the mouse? Here's the mouse, Cody. Right, the mouse, there you go. Colouring books, usually very gentle, lovely things that you have as a child, but not in Germany. Oh, no. Very different indeed. Have you got it, Cody? This is the colouring book that she's recommending. And she's And in German, that says Kackende Prinzessinnen das Malbuch, which is basically translates as pooping princesses. Colouring book. Obviously for children, but there's an adult version. So for us, here's the Half-Nackt Kackende Prinzessinnen. You Germans are nuts, I said, looking at that. So half-nacked means, of course, half-naked pooping princesses. It said it's the perfect colouring book against daily stress. Thank you, Cody. And I see down there's been a few reviews, and someone actually wrote a review on this half-naked pooping princesses. There it is in German, and we translated it for you. The best thing about the book, says the person, is actually the title. The drawings, on the other hand, are disappointing, even if you're not a scatophile. Of the 24 girls, 17 are wearing a bikini, 3 are fully dressed, and only 4 are half naked. 20 views are frontal. Overall, it's disappointing because it's not as funny as one might hope. Is it supposed to be funny? Anyway, the old Marquis de Sade would have fired the author. 8 people found this information helpful. Well, so what was next? So that was the translation. What's up next, Cody? So Cody said, oh, yes. You know when you go onto Amazon, people who frequently bought together. Can you shout them out what they are, Cody? There's the first one, pooping princesses. Then there's the half-naked pooping princesses. And then there's animals pooping, is it? Colouring in books. Colouring in books. Absolutely available on Amazon. And customers who viewed this item also viewed the following. So, there are pooping animals, pooping princesses, clowns shagging, animals shagging, unicorns shagging, Kackende Prinzessin, well, that's another word, and the Muschi, which is the German word for the female anatomy part, which is called the Ussi, and you put a P in front of it. It's called die Musch, and that's colouring in books. I think it's maybe time for me to go back to England, you know, or to Belgium. This is a weird country, folks. I mean, thanks, Cody. When are they arriving? Must write them down. Brilliant. All right. Okay. Finally, I'm just going to ask you one thing before we go. Let's have a look at what the people are saying in the chat room about the colouring books. I'm sure someone's going to buy them. Mushy is cat too, says Paula. Oh, is it? So like pussycat. I say same thing. Thanks, Paula. Sexual education on this programme. Go on, Cody. Marco van den Hoort, frequently bought together with brown pencils. Yeah, gotcha. Doesn't bear thinking about Ireno. Oh my goat again. Oh my goat. That's going to be the new thing with OMG. Helena's having a laugh, but secretly she's probably ordered some of them right now. Anne Perla, poob jokes are very popular over here. Yes, Anne Perla. I know that you like to laugh at farts in Germany, don't you? Because, I mean, I'm not one of those men who wander around at home farting, but when you do fart, I mean, it's best to let it out, isn't it? I don't know what the biological term for a fart is. Is it a gas that's building up inside of you that you has to get out somehow? But mostly you do those SBD ones, silent but deadly ones. Or you go into a lift and you do a silent one and then you leave at the next floor. That's always fun. But I know that when I fart, sometimes in the home, Cody just falls on the floor laughing. I don't get it. It's like you do like to laugh at farts you like bum jokes in Germany, don't you? It's just a funny sound, is it? Oh.
I mean, not yours.
Maybe I should do a whole crapcast. Don't crapcast. Poo colouring books. Farting jokes. No, it all makes sense. It all makes sense in the end. Fabiola Horvath, crap-casting princesses. I know, I couldn't believe that stuff when Cody showed it to me. Keep the comments coming, I like it. Have fun with colouring. Yes, Oliver, thank you very much. I think I'll fill in my time doing that. Something creative. I miss doing the crapcast. Thanks, Oliver. Good advice. Yeah. Paula, Fürz. What's Fürz mean? Finish? Shut up? Idiot? Poo?
You asked for the medical term.
The medical term is, Doktor, ich haben die Fürz, ja? Ja, allemal. Fürz, allemal in der Morgen, alle Fürz in der Abend und Fürz in der Arbeit. You got any pills for that, Doctor? No. No pooping goats? I'm afraid not, Chris. You keep your weird stuff up your beard to yourself. Chris, you weirdo. Chris Fortune, Cody sounds like she's English, not German. Yes, that's true, Chris. She's got a Christina's very good accent she has on her. But she doesn't fart either. So she's not a real German, I think. No. All right, I think that's it. 50 Shades. John P has to have the last word. 50 Shades of Brown. Very good, John. Let's release a book called that. I mean, it was a big seller, wasn't it? 50 Shades of Grey. Cody hasn't read it yet. She's bought it, but keeps meaning to read it. Haven't you? But you haven't bought it. Yeah. 50 Shades of Brown. Thanks a lot, John P. You should have the last word on that. Now, if you're wondering, because it's a very sad moment, this is the very final crapcast ever. And we've been going for quite some time now. Spreading the love, and you spreading the love to me, and me giving it back to you, and your input being my output. If you're wondering where the crapcast goes now that it's gone, almost, oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe. I have news for you, because at the last minute yesterday, I received a video from Romania. Yeah, from Timișoara in Romania. So I wondered what's going to happen to the crapcast. Well, it's going to rest in peace in Romania. And here's the proof right now. Feed. It's on a happy wall at the West University in Timișoara. Yeah, you probably don't say it like that. Timișoara in Finland. Someone's put it on the happy wall, so crapcast will go there, and it will ever be on a happy wall, and it'll be a happy memory in my mind, and hopefully a happy memory in your mind. And if you've just joined us and you think, what the effing goat is this? Well, it's been the crapcast, and it's been a wonderful time to be with you, just waffling on about nothing, and spreading the love and joining together in a worldwide community. We had someone in Australia, we've had someone in Dubai, and we've had people all over the place. C'est fracture. You lot are a funny lot, I tell you. Rest in poo. I should have put that. Had I have known we'd be talking about pooping all of the time, I would have put rest in poo. That's sort of what you do in the end, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. I want to think about it. Do you want to be... No, let's not talk about it. I don't even know if I want to be cremated yet. Trouble is, no one bothers to ask you, and you don't think about it because your brain's got this fantastic... We've got an enormous computer in our heads, haven't we? That we don't know how half of it works. I mean, we don't use half of it, I think. Cody's more clever than I am, so she'll know. But it doesn't actually tell you that one day you're going to die, does it? It doesn't keep telling you that. People tell you that, like I've just told you, we're all going to die with a missile coming on our heads from bloody Putin if Ursula von der Lana Del Rey doesn't get there fast. So basically, it doesn't tell you that, and people don't ask you, do you want to be cremated or buried, Ray? And it's too late when you've gone, and they'll just do what they want. I'm sure my brothers and sisters just throw me off a pier somewhere. Let him be with the fishes. He liked the ocean. Yes, he liked the ocean. All right then. Thanks for all the crappy crapcast, says Mark Mittman. It was wonderful to be a part of it. Irene, thanks for your time, Ray. I really enjoyed the crapcast and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it either. Hopefully we'll come back with something better. Well, I wouldn't say better, but more formatted and tighter and more modern. I think that's what John wants to do anyway. And I do want to get this sponsored. So, and as long as you subscribe and you keep watching, we can get it sponsored. So finally, Cody, I think for the final thing, let's do what we did before that we didn't do last week, that everyone complained about. Let's do le joke du jour. Just a little giggle to leave you with. It is now 9:15. It's time for me to... We're having balls again this evening because it's an easy one to do after the show. Right. Okay, here we go. This is the joke du jour that hopefully will give you a little giggle. I must admit, I've heard it, and I didn't bother to set up the second camera for this. Lazy bum I am. Lazy bum. Back to the poo stuff again. Sorry about that. Becoming... Right. Stop it, Ray. Get serious. Hello. This is the final crapcast, but there's no need to be sad because everything good must end. Nothing lasts forever. You're going to die one day. Here's the joke du jour. I must admit, I've heard it before, but a friend of mine, Karen, lovely Karen in Belgium, Karen Darman, if you're in Belgium, I mean, you know her, she's a big star, she's a lovely friend of mine. She sent me a joke and I thought, I've heard that one before, but I'll tell it anyway. All right, here we go with the joke du jour. Are you ready? I said... Are you ready? This is a tragic tale of a coachload of nuns, sisters of God, sisters of mercy, who were involved in a terrible car accident somewhere in Switzerland, in the mountains. It doesn't really matter where they were, but it's a terrible accident. And they were all killed outright. All of the sisters who've given their lives to God. Finally, did someone say get on with it? Right. These sisters died in a terrible coach accident. And they went up to heaven, of course, because they're sisters. And nuns, they went up to heaven and they were at the gate. Who's there, Cody? St. Peter, isn't he? Yep. St. Peter. St. Peter was there at the gate, waiting for the nuns who had all been killed in this tragic accident. And they formed a long line. And because St. Peter was saying, hello, sisters, we can't let you in automatically because we must make sure that you have been pure, all of your life given to God. Does St. Peter talk like that, do you think?
Probably.
Yeah. So please line up in an orderly fashion and come forward. I have my holy water with me, and here's the gate, and I'd like to invite you into heaven. God is waiting, as is Jesus, and Elvis, and Kurt Cobain, and loads of other people that you might want to meet. But of course the sisters have never heard of any of these people, so I'll get back to the joke thing. First sister comes up, Sister Henna. Sister Henna walks up to St. Peter. St. Peter, Sister Henna was there. And St. Peter says, Sister Henna, welcome to heaven. You're almost in. Tell me, have you ever had any experience with a penis? Sister Henna says, well, there was this one time that I touched one mistakenly with my little pinky finger. St. Peter, well, in that case, Sister Henna, you must wash your little pinky finger in this holy water bucket that I have here, or whatever they have. He probably wouldn't have a bucket, would he? Have a cloud with some holy water on it or something. He puts her finger and she goes into heaven. So Sister Henna is through, right? And then the next one in line is Sister Chantal. And Chantal has the same question. Have you ever had any interaction with a... Can you keep the music going, please? Right. Have you ever had any action with a penis, Sister Chantal? Well, yes, St. Peter. I actually once held a penis by accident in my hand. Well, says St. Peter, in that case, you'd better rinse your hand thoroughly in this holy water. And then she did rinse her hand. Welcome to heaven as she walked through the gates. And then there was suddenly a hustle and bustle in the queue, and it was all going a bit nuts. And then suddenly Sister Kiki came running down the line. And St. Peter said, Sister Kiki, take your time. Heaven waits for everyone, or something like that. Heaven can wait. Heaven can wait. That's what St. Peter said. Heaven can wait. Sister Kiki, what's the matter? What's the matter? Please get back in line. No, says Sister. Teeth have fallen out. Get back. It's the music. This is the climax. Don't mess the music up, will you? Right. Sister Kiki, brush it. Bye. Sister Kiki says, well, I've rushed to the front of the line, St. Peter, because if Sister Ray's going to wash her ass in this holy water, and I'm going to have to gargle with it, so I'd rather do it now. This is what the crapcast is all about. Crap. Few words from the chat room, Cody. Outstanding performance, says Bjorn's Velt. That sounds like you've got a disease, Bjorn. Bjorn has gone to the doctor with his Velt. Sorry, Bjorn. Chris Sharma, what's this joke about again? Oh, yeah. Nuns And then they queue up, and then Sister Kiki says she'd rather gargle with the water before Sister Ray puts her bum in it. You think about it, Krish. Not long. Something to do with the colouring books. Sister Kiki. Cornelia Kerestesi. Hello, Cornelia. Thank you very much for being there. Seeing lots of new names at the moment, which is great, isn't it? Because I've decided to bloody end the show. Crapcast is over and done with. Sylvia Du is having a laugh. Let's have a laugh, Cody. Laugh! Black Dragon's having a laugh. Anyone else having a laugh, Cody One Kenobi? That was a joke, and I heard it before, but it's always a good one. John Davis, Jana looking very like a supermodel, looking off into the middle distance. Liana looking straight at us, you're looking like a nurse. I don't know. Al sister yourself. Algernon79 says, he's having a laugh too, he's having a cat. All right, that's it. Sandra Blaylock, who is one couple of letters away from being Sandra Bullock, which is brilliant, isn't it? Brigitte Volkarten, Dr. Goatboy, of course you're having a laugh, you perv, you laugh at everything, Dr. Goatboy, oh my goat. Peter Inframum says, yes. GBX, moo-ha-ha, moo-ha-ha. It's good at conversation, is GBX. Hello, my name's GBX, moo-ha-ha, moo-ha-ha, moo-ha-ha. Oh, get me a pint, will you? All right, Alex R. Well, that was utter crap. Of course it was utter crap. Pia Limerish, she says it's having a laugh too. Yeah, I can't stop the laughter going. Oliver Corn, brave sisters, indeed. Yes, and especially our thanks go out to Sister Henna, Sister Chantel, and Sister Kiki for taking part in tonight's joke du jour. Round of applause. All right. What's going on? Listen, I can hear you.
I missed something.
Right, calm down. This is the end, my friends. This is the end of the Crapcast. And I think I've done everything. Final chat room, final everything, final joke du jour. Thank you very much for being there. And you can put some love hearts on now, Cody. Thank you very much for being there. Thank you so much for being there since the pandemic happened and I was on Instagram and then we were on Facebook and then we went, oh, brave, I'm going to go onto YouTube, not my Facebook protected garden of people. And it's been lovely to be with you. And if you haven't loved me, well, then it's just very simple, isn't it? You just go and watch something else. I mean, you know, like there's some brilliant things. Thanks to Keith Lewington, I've been really getting into Justin Hawkins now, the ex-singer of Darkness, of course. Very good stuff that he's doing. I'm going to be inspired by a few other people on internet, lad. I'll be on the internet, lad, and I'll be inspired by some people, lad. Yeah, I'll go down the mine in the morning. Stop it, that's my uncle. I haven't got an uncle like that. No, I've not. I've got an uncle who's been to prison. Is that any good? No. I was doing a speech, Cody. You stop it. Right, let's put some nice music on. This is where it ends, my friends, and thank you so much for your time. Really, thank you so much for if you've been watching on a phone, on a computer, or on a TV screen, whatever. I mean, I can't do this without you. Your input's my output. You've been absolutely brilliant. It's been wonderful to be with you. I shall miss you, but only for 1 week or maybe 2 weeks, because I'll come back with some stuff. And don't forget, Cody, if you could put the email out, don't forget to subscribe, please, to YouTube. It does help. It will help us get famous people on. You know, I know a load of famous people. I know Damon Albarn. I'd love to speak with him. I know Bjork. We can't get them on if it's only 2 viewers, can we, or 2 subscribers. And also I know the people who run YouTube in Berlin. Maybe we can do some big gigs or something. It'd be wonderful, so please subscribe. And if you are a band and you want to be on the new show, hometoray@gmail.com. My God, Kenobi's getting very good at this switching stuff. hometoray@gmail.com. Send me in your ideas that you'd like to see if you want something new, because I'm brainstorming over the next week with John, my best mate, and here in Berlin, and we'll be doing some, I can't talk anymore, I'll be too emotional. That's it. The Crapcast is done. I thank you for your service, and I thank you very much for being there, and I've loved every minute of it. Vinny. God, bloody teeth again. And thank you, Cody, for being our switcher. Thanks very much for Cody. And thank you very much to you, because wherever you are, you've bothered to tune into this rubbish for the last year or so, and I love you for that. And I promise you I'll bring back something again soon, and it will still be a laugh, and it will still be full of love, because that's the only reason I want to be exchanging with you, is spread the love, maybe spread a little bit of questioning things, and maybe bring some music and whatever. Just let me know, home2ray@gmail.com. I think it's time. I could go on forever, but I have to get to those colouring books, because I've got a fantastic night ahead of me. Whatever you're doing, please stay safe, be kind to each other, join that sick club. Oh, well, we have to call another name now, but join the club on Facebook. Whatever you're doing, look after yourself and be kind to yourself. And all of those things. Just be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, and be kind to others. And look, I'm a bloody punk, man. Destroy and funk the elite. Be good, be kind, stay safe. I love you. Thank you for watching. Good night. Goodbye, Crapcast.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time. We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time. We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.